In early October, the migrating cranes arrive in Japan from Siberia and northeast China. They will spend the winter at Izumi in Kagoshima. This land was reclaimed from the sea in the mid-17th century, and by 1695, the first cranes were recorded wintering here. In 1952, the cranes and their Izumi winter home were designated a special natural monument. Conservation efforts by the local people and government have helped the crane population to grow, and over 10,000 birds now winter here. The visiting cranes attract growing numbers of bird lovers, bringing over 400,000 tourists to Izumi every year. It's mostly white-naped cranes and their distinctive red-eye markings. But there are also hooded cranes that migrate here for winter. The cranes gather at the feeding ground to breakfast on wheat grains before spending the day in small family groups searching for food. Cranes are extremely sensitive birds, and Izumi is the world's only large wintering site situated so close to human habitation. The day over, the flock returns to its wetland roosting site. Sueharu Matano is a member of the Crane Protection Society. Now 80 years old, he has been caring for these birds for over 50 years. Providing feed both supports the bird population and reduces the impact on local agriculture. As well as feeding and looking out for injured birds, Matano patrols their roosting grounds.
In Japan, the crane is the symbol of long life. Looking after these birds has certainly kept me healthy to a ripe old age.
In the course of his work, Matano has rescued many injured cranes and successfully nursed them back to health. Sick birds are cared for at the Crane Conservation Center and returned as swiftly as possible to the wild. The average crane will live for about 20 years. Hiromasa Toshigami fell in love with the cranes 25 years ago and has been photographing them ever since. Now, retired, he spends almost every day on his hobby.
With luck, every day I see different combinations of birds and scenery. Cranes are such beautiful birds.
Sho Middle School is situated close by the roosting grounds, and for almost 40 years, the school's students have been keeping a survey of the crane population. At 5:30 in the morning, the students make their way to the wetlands, where the cranes are still asleep, and get ready to count the birds as they take off. During the winter season, they make this count once every 2 weeks and add the results to their many years of data. The cranes have made Izumi famous around the world.
I study the environment at school, and I want to work to preserve our cranes.
Until the cranes fly back to Siberia in February and March, the people of Izumi will provide them with a welcoming winter home.
You're watching KIKU TV in Honolulu, Hawaii.